Hey, welcome. My name is Crystal Snyder. I'm the learning coordinator with the Most Network, and we are excited for you to join us to learn about the Ocean Bowl Games 5 for 2026. And I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Akila Stevens with Steam Your Dreams.
Great. Thanks, Crystal. So, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Akila Stevens. I am the Executive Director of Senior Dreams, and I'm super excited just to share and take some time today to share how Ocean Bowl Games has evolved into kind of one of the most engaging gamified STEAM learning and esports initiatives. This year, we're particularly proud, as you can see displayed on the slide of today. Well, specifically this year, we're celebrating 5 years of impact. And what started as a vision to make STEAM learning more engaging has grown into a year-round ecosystem serving students across Baltimore City and Montgomery County. So before I begin, I just want to acknowledge everyone that's taken time today to come to the webinar. Whether you're a after-school site or a recreation center or even a community-based youth program, we all face similar challenges, right? Like, how do we keep students engaged? How do we compete with social media? How do we improve attendance? How do we show measurable outcomes? And perhaps more importantly, how do students really, when they're a part of programs, actually want to participate in those programs? So today's webinar is really about answering those questions. And at Senior Dreams, we found that if you meet students where they're at, and a fight against what students actually really love and just really instead leverage that, it can become a learning tool, and it just helps to further engage and skyrocket engagement. So before we get started and into the next slide, this is going to be kind of interactive. I am going to be asking questions throughout today's webinar. So I would like for you just to kind of engage. I have members from my team on the call, so they'll be answering and addressing your questions as well. So let's start with a quick icebreaker. So if you can tell me in the chat, what is like one of your most popular games or activities or programs at your site right now? Okay, you can just add it in the chat. All right. So before we jump into like all of the content that I'm going to share with you today, I want you to watch a short video and really pay attention to the energy, the teamwork, and the excitement that's displayed. What you're going to see isn't just about gaming. You'll see collaboration, you'll see leadership, you'll see problem solving, and you'll also see a lot of confidence building. You'll see students finding their voice. And these are the types of skills employers are looking for in tomorrow's workforce. So let's take a couple of minutes to watch the video, and then we'll jump into the rest of the content. And let me know if you're good with the sound.
Are you ready?
There's no audio right now. Is there supposed to be audio playing?
Are you not hearing the audio?
No.
Oh, no. Okay. Let's, one second. Hey Roman, can you drop the link? I don't know why it's not.
To the video,
Yeah,
sure.
to the video.
Not a problem. I can give you the link to the usual one.
Yeah. Sorry, give us a quick second.
Here it comes. Jeez. Copy. Paste.
Cool. All right. Let's see. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to stop sharing the screen and share the other screen, which is fine. Just share that. Okay, perfect. And then I'll do full screen. And let me know if you can hear the sound now.
No, we're not hearing the sound.
No sound.
When you share it, there should be a checkbox in Zoom that says share audio to so you might have to reshare it, shut down this sharing, then
Stop sharing.
share
Okay.
again. There's probably a checkbox that says share audio.
Yeah. Second.
While she's
Okay, I got it. So let's try this.
Feeling real powerful and excited because I was just playing against my man Ryan right here. Bruh, it was tied. It was 4-4, and it was game-winning point. My heart started beating fast and everything. But luckily, they had this little power thing where the opponent stopped. The opponent froze, and then I was able to get a shot, and then I won. I was so happy. I'm so happy. I crammed them. Let's go!
Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go!
Ooh, I just have to keep pushing through it to win. Come on, come on, come on.
Throughout these 2 days, they're going to engage in games covering science, technology, engineering, art, and math.
We got 250 players, 7 schools, but there can only be one champ. So who's it going to be? Stay tuned and find out.
We don't think we're going to win. We know we're going to win. Drop it! Thunder! Drop it! Thunder! Drop it! Thunder!
They are cocky.
They're cocky.
No. They're not really in this Ocean Bowl because Holland Park Rec Center is going to win. Oh, we are definitely going to win.
Take the tablets that we give you, scan and barcode that you think's the answer to the riddle.
This is the fastest anybody did it today.
Come on.
Woo!
Come on, hurry up.
When we use these titles, we come up with something new.
Mackenzie McCheer, bro. Mackenzie, bro.
careful. All right, don't slam down the tablet. Other people gotta play.
When I say aqua, you say giant. Aqua, giant. Today we're gonna win for a team.
You're gonna be number one, so bye-bye.
XPG.
We finna turn up.
We all know why we're here.
This time. 3 times.
So who's going home with this?
Hi, I'm your shoutcaster, Cherie L. Smith, and I am here for the 2025 Ocean Bowl Games, sponsored by AstraZeneca. I know we just finished up with Baltimore, and that was a lot of action. It was a lot of tears. It was a lot of cheers. It was awesome, but we're not done yet because we are here at the first time ever at the beautiful, the spacious, the futuristic University at Shady Groves for more STEAM-based action. So yeah, there are going to be some nail biters. There are going to be some mind rattlers. There's going to be some teeth clatters. And we are going to find out if our team from Baltimore, the champs, Team XPG, can do it again and take the whole enchilada. But will somebody else come out of the woodwork and knock them off the throne? I don't know. You're going to have to stay tuned and find out.
All right. So as you can see, a lot of energy, a lot of excitement, a lot of engagement. It's definitely a fun time. So let me switch back into the the, the deck. Give me a second. Share. All right. So as you can see, like I mentioned from the video that you just saw, a lot of the kids were excited, and kids aren't excited about worksheets and Excel spreadsheets these days. They're excited about competition, teamwork, technology, and challenges. So our job at STEAM Your Dreams is to connect learning to those motivations, and that's exactly what we do at Ocean Bowl Games, and that's what it was designed to do. So today we're going to focus on three key areas. We'll first discuss how we've expanded our ecosystem and what schools we've partnered with, recreation centers, and community organizations. So that's one. Second, we'll share about our 5 years of measurable growth and student outcomes. As I mentioned, this year's special because it marks 5 years of impact, and it's our anniversary of 5-year anniversary of Ocean Bowl games. And lastly, we'll talk about the 2026 championships, which you saw a little bit from prior championships in the video that I shared prior to this slide. So we'll talk about how you can learn more about the 2026 Ocean Bowl Games championship opportunities and how your organization can participate this year or get students enrolled or involved or even become a volunteer. So before I go into the next slide, I just want to take a quick poll in the chat. How many are currently using gaming or any type of esports as a part of your OST programming? You can type yes or no or use an emoji, thumbs up or thumbs down. And if you don't, that's perfectly okay. Many of our strongest partners started with no gaming programming at all. And that's what we really do at Senior Dreams. We're all about gamifying the learning experience. So what matters is understanding how gaming can become an educational tool rather than just entertainment. So our expansion across the ecosystem. So one of the biggest misconceptions about our organization is that people think that Ocean Bowl Games is just simply an annual event. And it's actually just not an annual event. It's actually an outcome of year-round engagement. So today from the slide, you can see today we work with Montgomery County Public Schools through Excel Beyond the Bell. We work with Baltimore City Schools, Baltimore City Parks and Recreation Centers, community-based organizations as well, summer camps, and other nonprofit youth organizations. And what we've learned is that youth engagement isn't solved through just one event. It's actually solved year-round, right? And it's solved through consistency, growth, and engagement. So a student that participates with us or comes to our programming, after school programming in October might still be engaging with us in January, March, and ultimately July, which is our flagship championship tournament, Ocean Bowl Games. And what that really creates is a true learning pipeline. So the goal isn't just simply participation. The goal is sustained engagement over time. So just a little bit of audience engagement. If you can tell me in the chat, I just want to do a quick chat check-in. Tell me or tell us, what is your biggest challenge that you're facing today, whether it's in Baltimore City or Montgomery County or wherever you are county-wise, with facing student engagement right now? So when we hear people talk about esports, they often assume students are simply just sitting in front of the screen. And our model and what we do is very different, and it's very intentional too. We like to focus on 3 dimensions or 3 pillars, which is really what we like to call it. So first is, and I'm not going to actually, I'm just looking at the order, and one should actually be before the other. So first is actually brain games. It's all the same model, but first I would say brain games. So first we start with STEAM-based brain games, which is our hands-on STEAM-based activities, whether it's engineering, science, doing various coding projects, problem solving, or even financial literacy. We have various brain games, STEAM-based brain games as a part of our programming. Secondly, playground games. So to get students out of that classroom setting, to get them out of their seats, we like to incorporate physical activity, whether that's movement, fitness, communication, just teamwork challenges. And we, like I mentioned earlier on, we gamify everything that we do. So we have a gamified leaderboard, and then we have a lot of gamification that comes when it also comes to our playground games as well. And then that last pillar is, thirdly, is our e-gaming and esports. That's where you'll see that structured competitive gaming that teaches strategy, collaboration, and digital literacy. And that what you can see from those three pillars when you pull together brain games, playground games, e-gaming, and esports, it just creates a balanced approach to just overall child development and what they're learning. So they're not just gamers, not just students, they're future leaders. And what I've seen a lot of times is that those who participate in our programs will usually become, leaders, or whether it's captains in esports. You'll see shy students become more vocal, especially when it comes to public speaking. And you also see students who have struggled academically become more engaged when you actually find that sweet spot with mixing gaming into the learning equation. So, quick audience brainstorm and quick chat here. What are three areas that are the hardest for your organization to consistently deliver or facilitate as a part of your daily schedule? So if you can just add that in the chat. So everything we do throughout the year ultimately leads to Ocean Bowl games. So students process through learning experiences, challenges, and competitions that culminate into championship opportunities. You'll see here with our STEAM XR Sports. STEAM XR Sports is our platform. That's our model. That's really our model. And like I mentioned on the last slide, when we're pulling in playground games, brain games, e-gaming, and esports, STEAM XR Sports really encompasses that model. As a part of our STEAM XR Sports model, we have various STEAM XR Sports leagues that occur throughout the school year. So from fall leading into summer, we have year-round programming that then leads into Ocean Bowl games. So as the kids are learning throughout the year through our STEAM XR Sports model, brain games, playground games, e-gaming, and esports, that is gearing them up into Ocean Bowl games. You'll also see that we have an Ocean Bowl STEAM League, which is that gray box that's right in the middle. So our Ocean Bowl STEAM League, that is usually occurs within the spring timeframe. So fall and winter, we're really focused on STEAM XR Sports leagues, and then that transitions in the spring to our Ocean Bowl League, which just adds in additional, it still kind of uses a lot of what they're learning in the STEAM XR Sports League. But Ocean Bowl League, what differs is that there's a little bit more activities that are incorporated as a part of Ocean Bowl STEAM League that's going to help better prepare those students to get into Ocean Bowl games, which is the championship tournament. So the championship is just not the goal, Ocean Bowl games, the growth journey is. So the event just simply celebrates the skills the students have developed throughout the year. Okay. So this slide may be one of the most important in the entire presentation, actually. So we're all about the future of the workforce, and as you all know, that's on the webinar today, the future workforce is changing rapidly. Whether there's more conversations or more updates in regards to artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, drone technology, automation, data science, many of the jobs our students will hold don't exist yet. So we're all about, in our programming and the work that we do year round, we're all about creating career pathways. So as we're talking about STEAM programming, gamifying the learning experience, we always like to connect careers back to actual pathways for those students and really create an innovation pipeline. The question becomes, how do we expose young people to these opportunities early enough? And usually our answer is simple. We just meet them where they are. So gaming, as I mentioned, we gamify the learning experience. So gaming becomes the entry point, and career exploration becomes the outcome. So if you have a student that's interested in gaming, they may become interested in coding. If you have a student that's interested in coding, they may become interested in cybersecurity. And if you have a student that's interested in cybersecurity, they may eventually pursue a STEM degree. So I want to do another question to the audience. When you look at these pathways and these various careers, which of these tracks or career pathways would spark the most curiosity among your elementary schoolers or middle schoolers? Is it AI? Is it cybersecurity? Is it drones? If you could just drop it in the chat. If it's something else, feel free to add it as well. Okay, so let's talk about our 2026 Summer Championship calendar and where this all leads to. So we have two major championship opportunities planned for summer 2026. Ocean Bowl Fest in Baltimore at the Institute of Marine and Environmental Technology, which is a one-day festival. That's Friday, July 17th. This event will focus on having various partner exhibitors from the industry coming in, showcasing a lot of the career pathways that we talked about. So we'll have various exhibit booths that the students will be able to interact with and experience. We'll have different marine science challenges. We'll have interactive STEM experiences. And then a core component of the Ocean Bowl Fest, of course, as we talked about, everything is gamified. We'll have the e-gaming and esports tournament. Then we have our DMV Nationals Championship in Rockville. So our DMV National Championship in Rockville is at the University of Shady Grove. You saw a little bit in the clip from last year. That's where it was hosted last year at that venue. And like I mentioned, that's July 23rd and 24th. What makes these events so special is that the students are celebrated for their intellectual achievement. You know, there's a lot of athletic achievements, but this is really for students to really be celebrated for their intellectual and academic achievements. So Ocean Bowl Games is that. So your student actually becomes a champion at whether it's the Ocean Bowl Fest or the DMV Nationals Championships. We always say that every student is a champion. So Ocean Bowl Fest, unfortunately, we are at capacity, so that is currently sold out. But we do have space and availability for the DMV National Championship tournament. Currently, we have 47 scholarships that we are opening up and offering to OST network sites just to get direct entry into the DMV National Championship tournament. So if anyone on the call, if you're from a community organization or OST network site, or a partner organization, and you're interested in coming to the DMV National Ocean Bowl Games, Roman will drop the flyer in the chat. And we'll also follow up with the flyer afterwards. But I know that we are opening this up and we are accepting June 30th, 2026. So if you're interested in registering any of your students, registration is open until Tuesday, June 30th, 2026. Okay. So what makes our approach different is that we own and develop our own educational technology. So the educational learning software that's built into the e-games that are used and utilized during our after-school programming and during our tournament. We have our own proprietary STEAM IQ technology platform that integrates curriculum directly into the gameplay. So students aren't just stopping to take a test, they're learning while they play. So and the curriculum within the gameplay can be customized and tailored based upon the school or the organization that we're working with and what pain points they're facing. And then we also have various coding platforms that we utilize as a part of our programming. So as you can see from this slide, so grades 3rd through 6th grade, we engage with Microsoft MakeCode, which is a block-based coding platform or coding platform. And then from grade 7 through 12, we engage with advanced platforms, including Unreal Engine experiences. So question to the audience and just a quick chat check. If you can just name or what are some metrics that most of your funders are, looking for? So whether it's academic gains or attendance rates or youth happiness, what are some of those metrics that you track to make sure that you're meeting, whether it's from grant opportunities that you've applied for and that you were awarded, or even some of your sponsors or donators? What does that look like? If you could just drop that in the chat, that would be helpful. So our current solution. So we talked a lot about the event, but the event is just one component for us, right? So over the past 5 years, we've developed a growing ecosystem of educational assets and products. Today, that includes 5 published mobile games. So a lot of the games that like I mentioned, the games that we use for our programming and the games that are played competitively at Ocean Bowl Games championship tournaments, those games are utilized. So that's Aqua Ball Clash, that's Ballin' Out, that's Scuba Attack 2, and then we also have Aqua Ball League, which is our championship game that's currently it's not in development, but it's in demo mode. So that's what we really use as a part of our championship tournament that the students get to really competitively compete against to see who is the top first or second place winner. We have 4 published books as well. Like I mentioned, we had the educational learning platform, STEAM IQ. In addition to all of this, we have the live esports and STEAM events. So we're continuing to expand with additional game development and digital literacy experiences. This allows our students to continue learning outside the classroom and beyond kind of the program hours. And then this just allows us to continue to scale impact just beyond physical events. So a lot that goes on with STEAM Your Dreams. And like I mentioned, it's more than just Ocean Bowl games. This next slide here, it will show you. So I mentioned we have 5 mobile games. These games can be accessed through Apple, iOS, iTunes Store, and they're also available in Android Google Play. So those are all available. We also have our XRS Manager, which is our event and tournament management system. That event and tournament management system is going to be showcased during our July summer championship Ocean Bowl games at Ocean Bowl Fest and at DMV National Ocean Bowl Games. And that essentially is a gamified learning experience event and tournament management system. So when it comes to like leaderboard tracking, registration, all of those things. It's a unified platform, gamified learning experience, and it will be available for free this fall. But like I mentioned, we will be showcasing it in our summer Ocean Bowl games as well. Okay. So we built a repeatable framework that can be implemented successfully with any of the OST providers. So this slide will show you kind of the steps that we take when we're working with various community organizations or schools. Step one, we like to do a discovery where we kind of understand the site's needs, the goals, and available resources. Step two is our baseline. So once we're actually in the actual school or the rec center, we like to do a baseline assessment where we measure where students are where they are academically and socially. This will give us information and data to determine kind of what we need to tailor or adjust within our programming. Step three, we kind of look at the challenges. So we're always talking about current challenges that are being faced with the students, pain points. And it's when we talk about the challenges, we're just trying to understand that to understand kind of the engagement activity throughout the programming sessions year round. And then lastly, we look at the championship. So the championship part is, so we've gone through discovery, baseline, programming, gone through the challenges. All of that leads into step four, which is the championship, which is celebrating the actual achievement through Ocean Bowl games. So this structure kind of creates that consistency, the accountability, and the measurable outcomes as well. So in the chat, I would like for you to just kind of tell me which stage of operation is most critical for your site. Is it step one? Is it step two, 3, or 4? If you could just drop that in the chat. So our growth. So one of the things we're most proud of, especially me, of course, because I've seen just the overall growth and impact that has been made over the past 5 years. So from 24 participants in 2022 to a target of 650 estimated participants in 2026 is definitely something to be celebrated. We definitely have increased numbers and growth in participation over the course of 2022 through 2026, as you can see on the slide. But what really excites me is how our participation remains nearly evenly balanced between boys and girls. And we're reaching students during those critical development years between the ages of 8 to 14. So gaming is improving to be an incredible equalizer in engagement and driving learning. So just based upon some of these milestones and demographic metrics of growth and impact, if you could just drop in the chat, let me see some energy in the chat on just growth and impact, whether that's a fire emoji, a smiley face, whatever emoji you want to drop. Let's just drop an emoji that's a reflection for growth. So our measurable academic improvement. So as I mentioned before, engagement is always important, but outcomes matter too. So our assessment shows, just based upon information that we track and the data that we track from the various schools and recreation centers that we're in, especially that's, being pulled in and measured. I mentioned STEAM IQ with a lot of the curriculum that's built in that. What we've seen is a 23% increase in attendance and direct student engagement, and a 76% STEM academic accuracy rate after 8 weeks of being involved with our programming. These outcomes reinforce something that we've known for years, that students learn more when they are actually enjoying what they're learning. So when education feels like a challenge instead of an assignment, participation just seems to increase dramatically. So just doing a quick chat or checkpoint here. How do you measure kids' performance in the spring or summer programs? How do you measure student growth? If you could just drop that in the chat, um, that would be a good data point to kind of know and understand. Okay. All right. So to kind of bring this almost to the finish line, we are really fortunate to work alongside some incredible partners and sponsors who believe in creating equitable access to STEM opportunities. So STEM organizations like IMET, Fulton Bank, um, AstraZeneca, the universities at Shady Grove, and many others, which we'll see in another slide, have really helped make this work become possible. So there are, and I just also want to mention that for those that are on the call, I'm mentioning a lot of our sponsors and partners, but there's always various ways to kind of get engaged into a lot of the work that we're doing in the community. So there's several ways, whether you can register students as a part of the scholarships that we're offering to the DMV regional Ocean Bowl games. You can participate in any of the local competitions that we have. You can volunteer. You can become a partner organization. You can sponsor programming. This is just truly a community-driven movement. So any support, any interest in partnering, we have open doors, and we're always looking for ways to collaborate with other like-minded organizations. And this slide just shows some additional partners, sponsors, major donors. It truly, like when I look at this slide and just have seen those that have fully supported and that are current partners today within our ecosystem, it just brings me so much joy. So as we continue growing, I want to encourage for us to stay connected. I've provided some QR codes that are displayed on the slide, and this information will be provided after the webinar as well. I just want to say, thank you. Check out our 2026 Ocean Bowl games and subscribe and share. We have our STEAM XR Sports YouTube page where you can check out a lot of our content from over the past 5 years. We have our STEAM esports page, and then the third QR code brings you directly to our steamyourdreams.org main website page, and then our steamesports.org. And then lastly, as we close, this is the information to get in touch with us. I just kind of want to leave you with one final thought. Young people already spend thousands of hours interacting with technology. The question isn't whether they'll engage with gaming. The question is whether we will leverage that engagement to teach valuable skills. So at STEAM Your Dreams, we've chosen to turn entertainment into education, competition into collaboration, and gaming into opportunity. So thank you for spending time with me today. I would love to hear your questions, ideas, or thoughts about how we can work together to create more opportunities for youth focus for youth across Maryland. And then if there's one thing that you heard today, just doing a quick concluding debate for engagement, if there's one thing that you heard today that you believe could positively impact the young people you serve, if you can just drop that in the chat, that would be great. And with that, that ends today's webinar. I did want to leave about 10 minutes for any questions, comments. Yeah, so thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Any questions?
I just want to say this was great information. It makes me wish I was back in programming with
Right.
kids to be able to bring these kinds of things to the youth.
No, that's great.
I just wanted to
No.
chime in with Snyder. This is a wonderful opportunity to hear STEAM, and action of not just one person, but a group of partnerships that are doing what's in our head, and to see it working so well. The growth is phenomenal. And I look forward to actually growing my programming in the same way that you have. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
No, thank you. Thank you. It's a work in progress. I'll tell you that. It's a lot of dedicated individuals, people. It's boots on the ground, right? So when you do things that you love, that you're passionate about, that's purpose driven, um, all things work out. And as you can see with the impact and growth, that's something that we still continue even in this current state with financial, cuts and challenges, funding being cut with academic programs. So we're still doing what we love because it means it's important for the youth, and that's who really needs it, right? So I love that the individuals that joined today's call are doing similar work. Stick to the mission, and we're here to support. And I would just say let's stay in touch, right? If we're doing similar work, let's stay connected and let's find ways to partner, collaborate, and do things together as a part of it, as opposed to being siloed. Any other questions, comments? If not, Crystal, thank you so much for hosting today
Yeah,
and
thank you so
bringing
much
some
for reaching
insight.
out and sharing this programming with us. I think it's exciting. It's meeting the youth where they are, and not just using games for the sake of games, but really teaching something, and it's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
All
absolutely.
right. Yeah, well, I just wanted to let everyone know I will be sending out a copy of the recording from this and any other links that Steam Your Dreams would like to share. If you guys want to send me that email real quick, and then I will include that out into the email that I send out to everyone who registered today, and we'll get all this information out, and hopefully there's some good engagement. The DC area games sound like a lot of fun. And if it's anything like what you showed us in the video, it's going to be a great time for the kids.
Yes, yes, exciting times. So
Yep.
we're looking forward to it. And definitely, like Crystal, you mentioned, we'll share the information. I'll just
Great.
send that information to you directly so you can send that out to everyone that's on today's call.
Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. Well, if there aren't any other questions or anything, we'll give you 8 minutes back to your day. And I know this leading up to summer camp, 8 minutes means a whole lot to everyone. So thank you all for coming today, and have a great rest of your Wednesday.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Bye.